Test, 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 test. Okay, so we are making a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We have to process the persimmons.
Mm-hmm.
Show you those.
Mm.
Actually, frame up. Persimmons, a whole case. They're very, very ripe.
Yeah.
Mango jam.
Peaches.
Peach jam.
And
Cucumbers / pickles. Cucumbers.
Yeah, pickles. Mm-hmm. Salsa.
So, and the first thing that I went ahead and preheated the oven. You see me put in a cast iron skillet so it can dry. We're not using that right now, but we made some vegan burgers earlier.
Yeah.
So
It was a hit.
I preheated the oven so that we can roast the veggies for the salsa. So while the salsa veggies are roasting, we could probably go ahead and start
peeling these?
Yeah, we can start peeling the persimmons for the jam.
Yes, ma'am.
And we can also at the same time be sterilizing the jars that we're going to use for the jam and the salsa. So I'll have you'll peel or start peeling. I'll start sterilizing. Then when I got that sterilized and started, then I'll also help out on the peeling. And the veggies will be roasting all at the same time. So the name of the game, you gotta do multiple things at once, obviously.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to get multiple things done, completed. So
okay, so we'll start. So we're gonna obviously compost our peels.
Got to.
So you guys have Whole Foods bags. These are compostable, and the dye is like a plant-based dye.
Yeah, I think it actually tells you on here.
It says recyclable on the bag. It doesn't say compost.
No, it says composting facilities. May not exist in your area. But that's why we have a compost bin. You know?
Right.
We are the compost facility.
We Googled it because we typically don't put the bag in there, and then Jazz asked like, "Oh, I wonder if it's compostable." So we just Googled it and it said yes.
Yeah, it said the ink was like a water-based ink.
Oh,
so that way, it won't add any extra nonsense to your compost.
So we're gonna put the peels in here and just throw them in the compost bin. As you maybe can see, we already have some tea leaves in there. You can also compost with tea leaves. Okay, so Jazz is pretty much just processing the persimmon by taking the skin off. We want everything that's in the inside because the skin is pretty bitter, and the inside is what we'll use for the jam. For roasting my veggies, I'm gonna line my baking sheet with parchment paper and not foil. Foil is not only not really that great for the environment, but it's not great for your health either if you're cooking on or with it. So we use this brand, If You Care, parchment paper. This is not a paid advertisement. It sounds like a commercial.
It does.
But we do actually use this. We get it from Whole Foods, but you can also buy it on Amazon. I do have it on my Amazon storefront. This is, all parchment paper is not made the same. So there is bleached parchment paper. This is non-bleached. And it's compostable as well. So if you have compost bins, you can throw it in your compost bin. It says...
So any If You Care reps out there, you want to, what I'm saying?
Right. It says it's unbleached and totally chlorine free. And here our salsa contents are going in the oven to roast with some oil and seasonings. Then I am getting our jars ready by sterilizing them, which is a very, very important part of the process when you're canning. Okay, so we've already put the onions, tomato. I might throw some garlic. I might throw some garlic in there too. But the onions and the tomato are in the oven roasting. And now I'm about to sterilize the jars for the jam that Jazz is still processing here. It looks so beautiful in orange.
Yes, it does.
So to sterilize your jars, I'm working with these are half pints. I filled my water up so that I have about 2 inches over the top of the jar. Right now I just have hot water in there. I'm gonna throw a splash of vinegar in there too. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them, when the water gets to a boil, then I'll let it boil for 10 minutes and then I'll remove the jars. But you can sterilize your jars. So you don't want, like for canning, you don't want to just wash your jars. You want to actually sterilize them. This is a pretty neat tool. I have a whole canning set also on my Amazon storefront. The handles here, when I first used them, it was like a little kind of weird to work with. I was kind of like trying to use 2 hands because it was just, I don't know, it was different to work with. You know, you don't use these kind of times, but now I'm like used to just, you know, and this is how it holds. And so kind of taught myself this trick on when you're sterilizing, you're putting them into the water, right? So you kind of want to come at them in an angle in the water so that the water goes ahead and fill up the jar, and then you set it down. All splashing and bubbling everywhere. So I'm just gonna fill up the pot. Now this method that we're doing water bath canning today. No pressure canning. There is a difference. When you do water bath, that is for high acidic foods or foods that you're going to make acidic. So naturally the persimmon is not naturally acidic, so we'll have to add like some lemon or lime juice. We have both to bring up that acidity or lower the pH of the fruit so that it's water bath safe, naturally preserves it and everything like that. We do use fresh lemons and or limes, not like the prepackaged lime juice. You hear that roasting up in here?
Yeah, I hear it. It's definitely.
Yeah.
It's not crackling and popping up in there.
It smells really good in here.
It smells very delicious.
You want to make sure you don't overcrowd your pot. I wish that we had a double rack. You can get a double rack, or basically just like it's a 2-tier. Like right now, I just have them in the bottom, but you can get
real quick. Can't if you flip that over, will it? Oh, it's that's not a way to make that a double rack.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
You want your jars not to be touching. So like I said, not overcrowding it. That smells so good. I mean, people don't actually add fresh garlic to salsa. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think
they don't. Good, but I'm gonna save it. I also put jalapenos in there too. I forgot to do it. So I'm gonna set my pot on high, so it can start boiling. I'm gonna throw in a splash of vinegar. I'm throwing in a splash of vinegar because where we are, we kind of have hard water. So the vinegar just helps it like soften and have all like, I don't know, the hardness. I don't know how to explain it, but this is lemon soaked in vinegar. You can use this as an all-purpose cleaner. Just like lemons that we've squeezed for whatever, and we just add the vinegar. You can also use pine needles from a pine tree, and it'll be kind of like a natural lemon pine salt. To be at a roiling boil. So I'm gonna set my timer. I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes for a proper sterilization, and then once that's done, I'm gonna put another batch in so I can sterilize those. It just smells so good. I really wish I could smell it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm starting to cut up the cucumbers for the pickles. I have to make the brine for the pickles, but we did finish getting this nice and smooth. Now this is going to go into our cast iron ceramic pot. The cans jams are almost done sterilizing. They have about a minute and a half left, so I'll turn off the stove in about a minute and a half. I'm just going to go ahead and transfer these over to our pot. Lodge is the brand I really like. Again, I sound like a commercial, but also do have these on my Amazon storefront. Not this exact pot, but I do have a Lodge set, a Lodge cast iron set. We like to use things like stainless steel, glass, and cast iron. Cast iron with ceramic enamel is also good. I usually use this for we use this for stew or whatever, but I like to use a ceramic enameled cast iron for like the jams and jellies and stuff like that. Typically want to stay away from like non-stick items are coated in Teflon, unfortunately.
No,
yes.
Teflon.
And no. I know it might sound like really minuscule, but just watch the documentary the movie Dark Waters. Mm-hmm. You can watch the documentary that goes along with Dark Waters, which is called The Devil We Know. So yeah, Teflon ain't it. There are very, 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 very few brands that are somewhat like non-stick, that are like pure PFOA free. We have one pot and one skillet that's like that. So we got going right now. And also I might take the tomatoes and jalapenos and onions out the oven because they're done roasting. It smells really, really good, but I do want them to cool off so that we can transfer them over to our food processor when it's time. All right, now I'm at the next step of the jam, which is getting it into the cast iron pot. It's very important that you do it with a ceramic one if you're going to do it with cast iron. And I'm getting that heated up.
See, baby like taking dishes out the house sometimes. And then be wondering where it ran off to.
A little bit under 4.0. But, so the persimmon, you can see it's like, you know, not acidic at all. It's like 5. It's like 5 or over, which is not enough. All right, now we got the food processor out. We're adding our salsa contents, our onions, tomatoes, all that jazz to the food processor. And you can really chop it up however like less or more you want. I feel like next time I would have went a little bit more chunkier, so less processing. But it was really, really good. Jazz is still stirring up the jam. That is a process in itself, for sure. So we got the salsa done. Now I'm adding contents to the jam. We have to make sure it's at a certain temperature. It's boiled for so long before we start adding things like our sugar, our pectin, our fresh lemon or lime juice, which is what I'm doing right now to fix that acidity. And here's our salsa. It came out so good, y'all. It came out like really, really good. Our jam came out really good, and our pickles came out lovely. I'll like attach a little taste testing video to this as well. All right, this is the cold plate test. So I froze this plate, and I put like a little spoon of jam, swipe my finger through it, and I'm trying to see how much it runs, and it barely runs. So that means when it's like all not boiling in the pot, it should be pretty set. Come taste the sauce on camera with me. Yeah, come taste the salsa on camera. Right now. I said you better do it right now. So you see how it's properly sealed. It's not going nowhere. Should be able to hear a little pop. There we go. Smells like salsa. Needs to be stirred. So we made this. Oh, we made this before January. We made this December 24th.
December 24th?
Yeah. Oh no, wait. We made it. Is this year 2025?
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it in December of 2024.
Yeah.
I didn't put that. I put
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, why would we be making something the day before Christmas?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
I think we made it at the end of December.
Yeah.
And today is March what?
It is March the 29th. 29.
So we're like 3 months. 4 months almost. Handy dandy tortilla chip. You gotta taste the chip by itself first.
Alright. Nice plain salted.
Yes.
Crisp.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright, you go first. Get in there. You good? Come closer in the camera. I like plain tortilla. Plain tortilla chips.
Tortilla. That's bomb. Yeah.
It's like restaurant style. A little bit better.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I feel like I'm getting it to the
really good Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they don't speak English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No habla español. I mean, English.
Yeah. English. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You did your thing. Yeah.
Show them the can of, I'm doing the video we made a while ago. Show them the pickles. This is really good, y'all.
Oh. We got pickles.
Most of our pickles have already been sold, actually. This is what's left over. I think we only have 3 more jars.
Delish. That's why. So if you want some, you know what I'm saying, put your order in.
So we did test salsa. We didn't sell any of the salsa. We made the salsa for ourselves. But the salsa is definitely a hit. So I think in the future we'll definitely do full-size jars of the salsa.
Yeah, the salsa is, yeah.
Probably do a mango salsa or a pineapple salsa. Or peach, whatever.
I like all three.
I was about to say all three.
Yeah, I like all three.
We might finish this jar tonight.
Nah, that jar, it's like a meal itself.